We are sleeping at night, and suddenly we wake up. Maybe some people move their hand here and there to find out where I have kept my phone. Or I look at the clock. Is it the right time to wake up? So our mind search the objects in the world outside, but it never search my own self. I know I am. I get an urge to go to the restroom after I wake up from the sleep. So I switch on the light. I find the switch on the light, find the restroom, go there, come back, again sleep. What is the point I'm making? That point is that I need not to worry about myself. I know I am. There is no reason, there is no doubt about it that I am. But there is always a doubt about the things outside. Who is this I am? Are you there with me? No doubt I'm there with you. There is no doubt I am. That I am means I exist. I don't have any doubt. We are searching who this I am is. Who this I am is. First thing to always remember who this I am is. You told me you heard talks many times. It did last for an hour. Then I also said you have not to pay any attention to experiences. Any experience in the world, come and go. Who is the experiencer? You are. Who is this you? I don't know. So, in the beginning, when people are, their mind is not ready, they are not a seeker. What we say, experience calmness, relaxation, peace, oh, have good visions and colors, undergo variety of experiences. Why? To help their mind to settle down, to start the real journey. What is the real journey? My real journey is to know myself, not the experiences I undergo. It is because of the stressful experiences we have resorted to meditation. And we are fully aware, as you simply said, that you go away from your house to another piece of land that you own, where you find there is no noise, no disturbance. That is also one experience. This is also one experience. So, experiences are milestones, but our goal is to find my true nature. Who am I? Because it is that I who undergoes experiences and gets upset. It is the real I who undergoes the same experiences. Doesn't matter. That real I says thank you. That is the way the world you behave, and the world with the mind undergoes different experiences. A very subtle point. Now see that. We wake up in the morning. The mind says it is a bad morning. Is it really bad morning? Sun created something crazy for you? Or is the walls in the room created something for you? Or or the noise, include the noise also, that is disturbing your mind and leads to anxiety. Can I ask the wall why you created a bad morning for me today? Why, sun, you rises in the morning every day in a similar fashion, but then why I'm experiencing bad morning or good morning? It is because of the desire. It is because of the binding desire that I have in the mind. I have a liking and disliking. This is what we need to understand. So, the first question, you have to be very clear. Experiences are momentary, they always come and go. No experience can remain forever. First thing. Second thing to understand, that when I say pay no attention to any experiences, you are still experiencing. So the time will come, the mind will get mature enough. It will have a dispassion. You are experiencing everything. I'm experiencing the fan is moving, the light is on, the wall is there. I'm watching you, but I'm not influenced by them. Why? I don't pay too much of attention on the experiences. Then where my attention is, even though I am experiencing, my attention is who am I? My real self. That is pure consciousness. That is full of permanent peace and happiness. Permanent peace and happiness means what? It is not an experience. It is a state. It is a state. What is the difference between the state and the experiences? Experiences come and go. The state never changes. So, in my previous talk, I added that element intentionally to check whether you question me or not. So now from there, I have to move. Okay, this is my experience. Recognize, accept them. You are bound to feel that experience. But my experiences are not me. When you know the real I, your experiences are you when you don't know your real I. That's a big difference between the two. Very subtle difference. Uh, where I have kept, I wake up from the deep sleep, where I have kept my phone, I have to see the time I start searching. But I don't search. Who is searching the phone? So, in order to make you aware that I have to turn my mind to the knower, to the experiencer, to the seer. So, when I maintain my awareness and on the seer and the knower, all the problems drops by itself. All the experiences, they come and go, and we continue to hmm, live into that state. Your second question. Better to offer everything to the existence. And I said, it helps you to merge the ego sense. So when the ego sense merges, the real I appears from deep inside you. How it happens? Let us go a little deeper. I say that I'm doing something. What is that doing? I'm seeing you. Really? Go a little deeper. I'm seeing you. I'm talking. You see, I'm doing this is also the activities. Take up simple activities first. I'm talking to you. I'm speaking to you. I'm answering you. Really? Really, am I answering you? So if I'm answering you, it means I am the lips, I am the tongue, I am the eyes. Is it a fact? Is it a fact that I am my eyes? Is it a fact that I am my lips? I am my tongue? Who is speaking? Answer is no. I cannot be my car. My car belongs to me. Car is an instrument. So go again deeper. Who is speaking to you? Body, mind, sense organs, energy. Energy is also required to speak. My master used to say, when I was hardly 20 years old, I never accepted that, but now I experience that. My master says he says that when you speak for an hour with a natural attention and focus, that is equivalent to 8 hours of physical activity. That much energy is lost. You are a teacher, you can really understand if you maintain that awareness. Coming to the same question, our question is that it is always good, or why to offer all our activities to the existence? Simple answer: to merge the ego sense, to drop that false I. Ego sense, the false I, which creates a doer and enjoyer, where it is not. Who is speaking? Just let me become aware. Who is this I? Is body me? No. Are eyes me? No. Is lips me? No. Is tongue me? No. Is energy me? No. Who is this? Who is this I? Who is this I? So that I, fake I, or ego sense, or the false I, takes support of the body, mind, intellect, sense organs, thoughts, and creates a false sense of I that do not exist at all. But it is not going to leave you easily, even after understanding. So we have to realize that knowledge in day to day activities. How I become aware and offer activities to the existence, not only to drop that ego sense, but to awaken to the real I. Same thing applies every time. I'm driving a car. Am I a driver? For the sake of convenience, we say, yes, I am a driver. But I keep sitting in the car. And still I say, I have reached your home. Just see that. I keep sitting in the car, but still I say, I drove and I reached to your home. Who has actually reached? Car. Who has actually reached? Body. I am not the body. Am I the body? So we need an extraordinary awareness when the mind is looking inside. In that field of awareness, I drop all the experiences, even though I continue to experience. So when I drop, the false ego does not attach to the experiences either of the noise that disturbs you or of the calmness that disturbs you. So I experience the sense of freedom. Sense of freedom from the ego sense that claims all experiences is me and I. Then what happens? You're not affected by any of the experiences. Either it is the noise, or working in the garden, or calmness. Definitely, you are working towards calmness as an experience, peace as a calmness, no doubt about it. But because you don't get carried away. So even if the other experiences enters, the mind drops the liking and disliking. Your mind is focused on the activity to be done completely. This is the third point. You may have a lot of questions. So, what masters have been teaching? I focus on talking to you and answering your question. Do I make any effort? No. Why I don't make any effort? I don't create an ego sense to answer, and I don't seek in the mind at present the desire for any result. So what is going to happen? My mind is 100% ready to answer the question in the state of calmness and peace and joy and happiness. I don't build ego sense. I have you answer, and then the next time, if you don't understand, I'll say, why don't you understand? I've already told you. No, I will make you understand again in a different way. Now comes God. Why to worry about God? God is a word coming from religion, dogma, belief, cult. You believe in God? Really? If you believe in God, and that is 100%, give all your problems to the God. God, take care. Your mind will be empty. But because of the organized religion, cult, dogma, belief, the knowledge is coming from outside. They impose your mind, they force your mind. Believe in one God, second God, whose image is this, whose prayer is this. We are not into that business. Not at all. So, in one way, that God is not the existence which we are talking about. Be very clear. Your third question. If I believe in a priest who guides me that this is the God whose prayer is this is the understanding. So I did not discover that existence, I did not find myself any knowledge imposed from outside, any prerna, any knowledge imposed from outside will land you in conflict and the confusion. That is why our mind believes the religion and still not. It says God is there and still it is not. So what we say, that we have to find the God, if it is there, within ourselves first. Not what other religions and the priest forces me to believe. We keep that belief open. Belief pending inquiry. Belief pending inquiry. Prerna? Belief pending inquiry. Again, coming back, we are not talking of that God which is imposed in our mind with a blind belief, with the codes and morality and ethics, with the shape and the name and the form. Not interested. We are interested to see if our essential nature is absolute existence, consciousness, bliss. The moment you discover that, what will happen? You discover the same common element in everyone. So once you experience the one common element, that is of the nature of permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom in every being on this universe. It is this our God without name and form. And that is what I'm talking of the existence. In any religion, we say this is our God. God is omniscient, omnipresent, yes. Then if the God is omnipresent and omniscient, then it is also present in other religion? No. This is our personal. No, we are not interested in that. We are not interested. We want to live into that state of omniscient and omnipresent. We find that consciousness within us and in every being. Irrespective, we don't care you are black or white, male or female, belong to one cult or it is a common element. So our mind should be filtered from those narrow concepts and ideas comes from the religion nowadays. Existence, when I refer, it is known as real self. It is known as absolute consciousness, existence, bliss. It has nothing to do with name and the form of the God that we hear in different religions. Knowledge and practice. Say I'm doing the meditation practice without clarity, without the right knowledge. The mind, because of the past impressions and the experiences, will cause lot of experiences pertaining to hallucination and imaginations. I have to filter it out. So, how to filter? By understanding knowledge. So, knowledge is required to succeed in meditation. Meditation is required to experience the state of meditation. Both are required. So, when the both are required, what should we do? We should gain the right knowledge. Shruti. So, Shruti, in a sense, means it is a revealed knowledge. Revelation means when the revelation happens, when you are absorbed into a deeper state of meditation. Mind is empty. There are no experiences you are attached to. In that state of emptiness, the knowledge of the reality dawns in your mind. So we say that because you do not know your real self, then you need to have an outer guru with the name and the form, like the crazy one who is speaking to you. Now understand another part. I see there is no difference between you and me. There's a difference outside, but also I see there is no difference between you and me. You as a student see that here is the teacher and here is a student. I have to dissolve only that ignorance. Why I say so? That gives a clue to Guru. You are your own Guru. My Guru, when I said my Guru went to his Guru, and his Guru went to his Guru, and what is the ultimate Guru? The real self sitting deep inside your heart. That revealed knowledge. So you don't have any control over that knowledge. You cannot own that knowledge. So, because that knowledge is not owned, it is heard and it is revealed. So, set of text is known as Shruti. Third person. I don't own it. So, every master says, I don't own any knowledge. Why? It is revealed. My master used to say, I don't make disciples, I make masters. Are you ready? Means you become the master of yourself, the master of your life. That is what the awakening is. So, what we are doing, where we are approaching, that if it is true that those masters in deeper meditative state, knowledge is revealed, can the same knowledge is revealed into me? Then I am my own master. I am my own. But because you learned from a teacher, I learned from my master for 26 years. I continue to respect, adore. I don't see any difference. I still bow down to him, even if he's not physically present, because that keeps my ego sense in check. Who knows? Anytime it can come. So, what is the answer of that question? The knowledge has to be revealed into you. Who reveals that knowledge? The Guru. Who is the Guru? The greatest Guru is located deep inside your heart. Are we talking of the physical heart that pumps the blood? No. So here we use the heart as the seat of consciousness, as the seat of your real self, as the seat of who really I am. So Shruti is that revealed text. Now, how can I say that, this knowledge is true? The first master revealed that knowledge. Disciple approached him. That first master made the disciple as a master. He had the same revelation. Third master, he had the same revelation. Fourth master, he has the same revelation. Like the 6,000 years. Same revelation. And when you have the same revelation, what is happening? It means it is a valid science, it is a valid knowledge. Think of 3,000 masters. And even now, those masters who follow the journey, they get the same revelation. They get the same revelation. हाँ करने दो इसको हाँ So understanding that, now coming to the another part, the Shruti is a revealed knowledge that takes place in the highest state of meditation. And Shravanam means the hearing that knowledge, so that that becomes the part of your mind, intellect, consciousness. That is why we listen. So listening has to be done in a systematic and organized manner. And we are going to start that once you are ready to become a seeker, and you are becoming that seeker. What is a desire? I want to go to the restroom. It is also a desire. I want to eat my lunch. That is also a desire. Do you build an ego sense? Do you identify with your lunch? After taking a lunch, do you say, "Don't disturb me, let me digest the food"? It happens on its own. You don't attach it with the ego sense. Same thing with going to the restroom. You don't attach with the ego sense. So when you talk of a desire, and that attaches with an ego sense, becomes the binding desire. And the binding desire always creates multiple impressions. And those multiple impressions causes suffering, causes anxiety, causes duality. First thing to understand in desire. Yeah? I discussed it many a times. Desire is seeking something other than me. As long as the mind is projecting happiness in something other than me, what it means, I forget that permanent peace is my nature. Even if I am managing my anxiety, my suffering. Now I forget that permanent peace and happiness are definitely my essential nature, that I heard from the Master. I understood it intellectually, but I forget to remember. When I forget, desire takes birth. Then I claim falsely. After all, I have a problem of anxiety and depression. That is why I am seeking your guidance, and that desire should be put under a right desire. I am not desiring any cloth or the wealth. Because you have it, you are able to manage your life easily. Ask yourself, is the mind desiring to live in peace opposite to my anxiety and the suffering? Then my mind will constantly repeat how to get rid of the noise. That is why you leave your house. That intent, which is projecting happiness outside, takes you to go to the another piece of land and start doing the gardening until it is late night, and then you return. What you are looking? You are looking something outside. So anything, even a small thing in which the mind is looking outside for an event, for a thing, for a time, projecting happiness, makes your mind forget that happiness is my essential nature. Forgetfulness is ignorance. Ignorance is incomplete knowledge. Ego sense returns, I sense. Let me do this, let me throw, let me run after, run away from the noise at least for some time. I'll be happy. Now it is night, it is another event, then there is no problem. And then I start working until midnight. Then I don't get the sleep because I have to prepare a lesson. So, desire means that the mind is totally engaged in time, in space, in location, in activity outside, related to offering all the activities to the existence. The ego sense drops. When the ego sense drops, that drops the attachment and the doership and the enjoyership. And when it drops the doership and the enjoyership, the mind lives within, unaffected, not influenced by anything outside. I had more trouble in those days when I was younger than your age. I'm talking of the society. More or less the same problem of garbage that you explained. Now things have changed, but I'm not there. I have come here. I'm not in India now, I'm in US. The world throws millions of challenges outside. Some of them we have to deal them directly. Others we have to live in the system and keep a distance. And still others we have to solve it mentally and emotionally because we are not social activists. We are not a politician. We don't have any intention to raise and protest the protest, because if we raise our voice in protest, we know the system will backfire. It is not that the people do not have the intent to raise a voice, but they are scared. They are scared. What? So, some rules we see that, and we have to find a balance and a solution. At the social level, at the personal level, we have to see what the best we can do without inviting any trouble. Because as a social activist, I my goal is to change the system, not possible. I cannot be a social activist. And I tell you, long back I would see when I was 35, 36 years, I went to a slum. Many slum dwellers are there. You see that when you start your journey of the self discovery and spiritual path, you have to serve the people. So that idea, intent, inspired me. So after working until 6, I used to go to those slum dwellers and I used to teach the small kids very, very small things. Used to return house at the midnight. Again in the morning I have to go. Within 3 months, I got severely sick. I went to the master and asked, this is what you told me. But did I tell you to become sick? I said, no. But I'm doing a good work. So he said, good work is done by the good people. Are you good? Are you good to yourself? Why the hell you start becoming a social activist? You are treading the path of the spirituality. I left it. I realized the mistake. And now I'm ready. I do it. I do it. One hand, people gave the money to me, and I keep a little, and I give that money to the others who are in need. No worries. But I have to be good to myself first. See that how to keep that at a distance, fortify yourself, reach to a state where you are not influenced by anything. The mind should not get obsessed how to solve this problem. I have to live into that state. I don't have the other resources. I have to find out how to do that. One more thing in a different way, I want to make it clear before I'll take up other questions of the desire. You will be surprised in 24 hours of our activities on a single day, 99% of our desires is not projecting happiness, even though it knows it is going to help me. You eat your food, lunch, dinner, whatever it is. So you don't declare to the people, come on, don't disturb me, I'm going to digest my food now. Don't disturb me. That I-ness does not come. When the ego sense does not come, the desire is not there. Can I go to the restroom for a while? You say, yes, go. Ego sense is not attached. I'm looking at the world outside. Ego sense is not attached, but I see one condition, one experience. I'm attached. I want to be detached. Now, ego sense has come. That ego sense is causing the problem. Are your ears gifted by the God specially to avoid the noise you listen that causes you the anxiety? And continue to listen to my speaking also. That is also a noise. Are your ears capable of separating the sound of my speaking to you from the sound of a noise? Who is responsible? My mind. So we say, sorry, my ears, you are not causing the trouble. So my mind likes something, my mind dislikes something. You like my speaking, that is also a noise. So when the mind likes, no problem. But when the mind dislikes, there is a problem. You know, that liking and disliking in a series of the thoughts is attachment. That attachment causes the desire. So, desire to get rid of the noise, projecting the happiness. If the noise is near, happiness will be there. That makes you forget who you are. I am of the nature of peace and happiness. Because we have yet to discover that state, the mind goes back again. What should I do? Follow the four steps. Pick up any step. Self in the non self. I am the self, which is a permanent peace and so I replace the thoughts that causing the noise and anxiety with this. Come on, my mind, understand. Peace and happiness is my essential nature. But I have an experience of the noise. But peace and happiness is my essential nature. Like the sweetness of a sugar. You make a candy, you make an ice cream, you throw it on the ground, the sweetness remains. So I have to replace this thought that is causing the trouble pertaining to the noise with this thought. First step. Second step, play my role. Third step, this is my experience I offer to the existence. Why? I am different from the experience. I am experiencer. I am the knower of that experience. I am the seer of that experience. And I can tell you, you go to the mall, you are the seer of the mall. The mall is not the seer of you. The moment that strikes, that consciousness, mind in the state of the quietness, the life changes instantly. Life changes instantly. So